Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. I certainly hope that you had a great weekend and whatever you did, whether it's work or whether it's family time or just you were being selfish to yourself and just enjoying yourself. I'm telling you, this is a very short time we're on this earth and we've got to make the most of it. That's my firm belief. Good morning, Norma, all the way from Oklahoma City. Wow. Okay, let's get started. My name is Frank Crandall. I host Tech Tuesday call, and usually I have a guest this morning. And can everybody give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can see me and hear me okay? All right. Very good. Very good. Okay, so what we do is we talk about techniques and tech tips that help you in your real estate business. And this is agent agnostic. I don't care what company you work for because we're all doing the same thing and there's plenty of business to go around for everybody. But I also want to tell you during the middle of the presentation, if anybody has any questions, that I want you to raise your hand up or just jump in because I definitely want it to be interactive. So today we're going to be talking about your database, the most boringest subject ever in real estate. And it's because it's not sexy. It's not awesome to do this, but I really believe that it's the foundation of your real estate business. Okay. I'm not here to promote one platform, any database that you use. I'm just hoping that you get out of it that you use at least one. I'll tell you in a minute which one I use, and it's going to blow you away. So let's get into it. So everybody knows what a database is, right? Okay. I've been in the business since 2003. And up to 3 years ago, I didn't have a database. I'm just going to be flat out tell you I did. Good morning, Norma.
Hey, good morning.
Hola.
Hola. Buenos días.
Buenos dias. So what I'm trying to say is that there are all kinds of things that you can do, all kinds of platforms for database. There's Wise Agent, there's Salesforce, there's KV Core, there's Goldmine. Okay. I mean, I know I'm missing a ton of them and everybody uses their own. Be very specific. Okay. I use two systems. I use a 3x5 index card system. And I
You
also
use cards?
little index cards. And I also use something called Follow Up Boss.
I've heard of that.
FUB. Now, recently, I just joined Follow Up Boss about a year ago. And I have to tell you, it's very easy. It's very easy, user-friendly, and it gives you reminders every day of what do you have to do. And the reason I like that is because I'm going to just give it to you straight. When I open up my computer, I like to have a list of tasks that I do instead of just on my own. I'm not a very disciplined person, but if I have a task list of people I need to call, things I need to accomplish, I really enjoy that. Some of you are very disciplined. You have a regime. You know exactly what you need to do. But with Follow Up Boss, good morning, Chosen. With Follow Up Boss, it tells you what you need to do. I'm not here to advocate Follow Up Boss. I do not get paid for a promo. I don't. But I can tell you more than likely, some of you in real estate are not even doing some of the basics. Now, for some of you, I'm preaching to the choir, but for a lot of you, this is where you get most of your business. Let's face it, everybody wants to get referrals all day long. I'm one of those guys. I love referrals. Okay. So let me take a sip. Good morning, Marilyn. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you in your car?
I'm having issues with my video camera, so you just have to see my still photo. Sorry about that.
Hear her. Okay. So back what I was saying. So the reason database is so important because about probably 11, 12 years ago, I was at a family function and one of my relatives says, I just sold my house. I'll never forget that night, really. And that harpoon in my heart still hurts. You know whose fault it is? It's mine, because we're all secret agents and we all keep real estate away from people that we love. So I made a commitment that I'm adding everybody to my database. I do. And the thing about it is that you can still touch these people either through, I'm very familiar with Keller Williams because I ran Keller Williams offices for, gosh, 8 years. They have a 33 touch. If you don't know what a 33 touch is, let me know. I am with a company called EXP. One of the great things about EXP is we have something called KV Core that we pay for once a month with our technology fee. And KV Core, they have automatic built-in campaigns that you can run. And what I like to do is I do have a KV Core account, but I don't manage it. I let my lenders run that. So if you're not disciplined to where you're doing the things you need to do, let somebody else do it for you. You'll notice there's a gentleman up in the right-hand corner. His name is Chris. Chris is in the Philippines. He is my virtual assistant. I would be lost without him. If any of you guys are familiar with my social media, do you guys think that I do any of that social media? Hell no. I'll tell you.
I thought it was you all along. It's really Chris?
It's really Chris, and I'll tell you because
That's awesome. Great
I'm-
job, Chris.
I'm just not that smart, and I don't know how to navigate through that. And I met Chris about 2 years ago, and he was one of 8 candidates that they sent me, and I took a chance on him. He's young. He's in the Philippines. He's the breadwinner of his family. He has saved my butt more times than you can ever imagine. And that's just another lesson for this call today, not only database, but if you're feeling short and not accomplishing stuff, then get somebody who can fill in for you. Well, I can't afford a VA. Well, start making some money to where you can. Because if I had to sit down and do all the social media stuff, guys, I would not focus on what I do in the business. And what I do in the business, for most of you, it's selling real estate. And I understand because we all have to sell real estate in order to provide for our families. But I have another focus. I build my group. That's my focus. Okay. So Chris allows me to do what I do best, because if I had to learn how to do a social media post, well, I'd still be back in the first grade. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, Frank, if I can attest to Chris, Chris, you're amazing. You're polite. You're on top of things. You're efficient. And we all need a Chris. If we can duplicate Chris, we'd all be in.
I was going to say, I need a Chris in my life.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on a program to where I can move him out of the Philippines and bring him to the US because he would have a lot of clients, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Sign me up.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris is a lifesaver. I'm loving him to death. He's like my son. He is my son.
Oh, that's awesome.
Getting back to the database, most of my business comes from referrals. There is no doubt about it. Okay. And with you having an organized system for your database to where you're sending campaigns out of it, it's the best thing that you can do. Even if you're scared of calling people, you can reach out to people that you don't want to talk to through the database. Let me give you another secret. There's times when I don't want to talk to anybody, but I want to leave messages. I do this little thing called Slide Dial. You guys ever heard of it? It's an app on your phone and you install it. Do you know you can call people and it doesn't ring their phone? All they do is look down and see that they had a missed call.
Wow.
Yes.
What is it called again?
Slide Dial, 2 words, SLYDIAL.
I'm going to look it up.
Sounds a little trickery to me.
Yeah, I have people that call me up and go, dude, the phone didn't even ring. How did I miss your call? Mission accomplished. I got them to call me.
Right.
Okay. And I didn't want to talk to them because I was in a pissed off mood. I had a bad day. Someone said no, I didn't get the listing, and it affects your life. And I think that's the best time to make calls on Slide Dial and when your day's going to hell. That's the best thing to do to regroup, reset, and when you get those calls back, it makes it all go away. It really does.
Nice.
So the reason that I wanted to talk this morning because of the database is because, don't raise your hand. I know a lot of you aren't doing this. I do, because I was not doing it for many years. Now, this message is going out live on LinkedIn, and later on, it'll be on my YouTube channel. So if you miss or want to rerun this, you can go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and you will get this. And also, Chris will send out, if you request, this link, and we'll send it to you. Because here's the rub. Here's what I want to do. You have people that you know, trust and love that are in your database. And one day they're going to want to be in real estate and you don't want to sit and train them. The best way to do it is have them copy what you do. Because if they become successful, you train them one time and they'll take off and they'll give you all the credit for it in the world. Guys, I know this business is tough. I know. My business has taken a 55% haircut. For some of you, it's a little less. For some of you, it's a lot more. Your business is down from last year. 55%. Okay. If that's your case and you can't make your monthly payment right now, what do you got to lose? I'm not coming to you from out of fear. I'm coming from contribution to where I can help you. So if any of you have a question about database or what's the best one to use, this message is not to tell you which one to use because I won't promote one. The one that's going to work is the one you use. And let me tell you, folks, I'm not giving you groundbreaking new information. You have heard this before and before. And why do us real estate agents are so stubborn and don't do what we need to do? Because it's not sexy enough and we don't get paid fast enough. Okay. There's a gentleman that I look up to. He's a mentor of mine called John Maxwell. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Okay. He says a famous quote, and I need for you guys to write this down. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And this is in all areas of your life, all. But the one thing you can do is you can control this real estate business because it's all into your control. You can't control the family drama. You can't control what happens if your government or the state or local municipalities want to take more money. But real estate is what you can control. You know, most of you know I'm very close with Brent Goff, and I had a long conversation with him on the weekend. And as most of you know, I had to fly back to Florida on my mother-in-law to bring her back to California to give her some proper care. And I think I told you before, on Saturday, I was on a plane at like 2 a.m. And then we flew back Sunday night from Florida. I'm still tired. Okay. But when I was telling Brent what happened, he goes, Frankie, I want to tell you something. Even though I make a lot of money, it sure is a hell of a lot better to deal with drama and family when you're rich. The problem with us is we are not rich. We're just trying to maintain and get by. But can you imagine the possibility of writing a check to somebody in your family, writing a check to a friend in need, writing a check to your church, writing a check just because? I know everybody has their dreams and goals, but I want to walk into a Maserati dealer, pick out my car and write a check and go bye-bye. Most of us can't. We have to go on the payment plan. What does that have to do with your database, Frank? Everything. It has to do with everything. Terry joined the call. Hi, Terry. Okay.
Hi.
Terry's my good friend in Los Angeles. I love her.
Oh, I am already so motivated. I wish I could turn my camera on, but I wasn't ready for this. And oh my gosh, I'm already ready to pull out my computer and start playing with my database that just sits there.
Yeah, exactly. You're not the first, and you'll never be the last. So I challenge you for the rest of the year to add 3 to 5 people a week to your database. 3 to 5 people. Okay. 3 to 5 people. Find them. You can find people where you take your clothes into the cleaners, put those people in. To the barista who does your Starbucks. I hate Starbucks, but I go to Pete's. I add her to my database. All my vendors, my floor guy, my carpet guy, my painter, my roofer, and I treat them awesome because you know why? They refer me. Okay. So just give me a ballpark. We're not judging here. Norma, how many do you have in your database?
Not enough. Maybe 50, 60.
Okay. Diane, how many do you have in your database? I'll move to Maryland.
Oh, I have thousands in my database, but I'm in a different position than you guys.
That's right, because Maryland's the big kahuna.
Well, I don't know about that, but
at a prestigious warranty company, so she deals with agents all the time.
yes.
Okay. Terry, how many do you have in your database?
I have to be honest, maybe 500, but I They just sit there.
Sit there.
I don't
like
do
you said.
anything.
Okay. Chosen, how many do you have in your database?
About 100 right now.
About 100. Here's the goal. Write this down. 300 to 500 people.
You
You
got
don't
it.
need a million. You don't need a cajillion. You need 300 to 500. And I guarantee you with 300 to 500, you'll get 5 to 7 deals a year just off your database. Here's the challenge. We're looking for deals. We're looking for buyers and sellers. The other challenge is you're not paying attention to your database. I learned this on early in my career. That's why I still have a Rolodex. I know I'm a dinosaur. I know I'm old. I know. And these young kids that come in with the computers, they are wizards.
I love the Rolodex.
I use a Rolodex. I have my VA. Chris updates my follow-up boss every day. Did I have to do it? No. Takes no time away from my personal time. And I just got a VA 2 years ago, and I've been in the business for, 21 years. Delegate the things that you hate to do. Delegate the things you hate to do. Oh, but it costs this much. It's costing you more if you don't. It's costing you more if you don't. God, I really got to do the yard this weekend. It looks like Jumanji jungle out in my front yard or my backyard. I should just bring in goats.
There you
Okay.
go.
I don't care what you do, just get it done. Because I'm telling you, that's the kind of stuff that weighs on you that keeps you down. And as you get older, smaller victories mean more to you. You know the old saying, win the day? That's how you win the day. It doesn't have to be about real estate. It's all the crap that you guys are holding on in your head. I need to clean the garage. I need to rake the leaves. I need to do all this. Go get a high school kid. Pay him $20 an hour to clean it. If you really want to know the secret why you're not mining your database, this is it. Some of you might agree, some of you might not.
I completely agree.
I'm telling you guys, telling you. But my wife refuses to go into the hairdresser and get her hair dyed by somebody else that cost her $200. She said she can do it herself. And I said, honey, whatever you want to do, but we got the money to do it. So every day before you go to bed or every day when you first wake up, you need to think about this. You need to spend as much time working your database as you do your buyer and seller list. Just an email or, I'm a big texter. I love text. Hi, this is Frank. I apologize. I have not been in conversation with you. I have missed so much about what's going on with you. Tell me what's going on in a simple text. That's your reach out to your database, guys. I don't know how to make it any more cave person, caveman, cave woman than that. Emails are so 1990s. They are. Text is where it's going.
Frank, I have to say something on that. So I'm working with my escrow officer who's on a mission with all the different generations. And she has a list of how to target the different generations. And so my daughter's generation, can't think of what it is, but she's 28. They're all about email. But the older generation, I think it's the boomers or even the silent generation, they're more about personal connection.
Yep.
So it's really interesting when she went down this list of the different generations. Some are texting, but the emails is still out there. And actually, I was sitting with my brother who said, hey, Tara, did you see Matt Whittick and what he sold? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, the email he just sent me. And it was this email that he was just saying or, promoting this new, it was a listing. And my brother said, did you see his new listing? I'm sorry, not sold. And I said, let me look at that. And, honestly, Matt Whittick was just promoting a new listing in Beverly Hills for, $30 million that wasn't his. And I said to my brother, not to be rude, but that really isn't his listing. But my brother, who doesn't know real estate like that, just from an email that Matt Whittick sent on a property in Beverly Hills that was listed, my brother was so impressed. And I thought, what am I not doing? It got my brother's attention and it was just interesting.
Yeah. No, you're right. Guys, this is no surprise to you on your database, but everything's moving toward AI. The company that I'm with had a major layoff 2 years ago, and they all went to AI. Okay. A lot of companies are doing the same thing. So if you're not familiar with it, get familiar with it because it's coming. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I hate social media. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because I don't see nothing else except Kim Kardashian, models taking pictures of themselves with phones. I love the people in the gym that I don't think they lift weights. They just take pictures of themselves. It drives me nuts because I like to think I'm humble, and you need to be start real with you, and you need to be real with your database. That's why I hate social media, but it's a necessary evil, and I have to learn to navigate that. That's how do you guys think I get my content for my Fridays with Frank? Although the last couple of ones I've shared some heartfelt stuff because of people that I have lost recently, and that was coming from the heart. But a lot of the stuff I go to AI and get my information. Chris helps me out with AI stuff constantly. This is all about your database, all about your database. So let me ask you a question. Will you guys commit to me today, this morning at 8:27 that you'll add 3 to 5 people?
Yes, I'm in.
Yes, I'm in.
Not on the weekends. I'm giving you a break. On the weekends, you can do your open houses and spend time with your family. Add 3 to 5 people to your database. And it's so easy. Go to new home divisions. Go meet the sales rep. Add them to your database because the people coming home buying a new home, they got to sell their home and that person can't do it. That's a big up this morning for you guys.
Okay, my mouth is wide open. I didn't even think of that.
I know. I used to go for several years to open or the new home divisions, and I would take people, the sales rep, cookies once a month.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Guess who got listings from it? Me.
What?
Me. Because they remembered me. Because I treated them like a human being, not an AI person.
It does make the difference. And Frank, I'll tell you, our company uses AI for our claims site and such, but it will never replace people, not in our business. Service comes from people. So we can use AI for our benefit, but it still will never replace a real estate agent and what you can offer to a buyer or a seller. It will never replace us on the service we can provide as a home warranty. So we can rest assured in our industry, we will always be needed.
That's right. So I'm going to end on a story. I was referred to our last listing that closed, and I put everything in Mary's name because she deserves it. And the situation was this lady had a home that was for sale, and an offer came in at $360,000. The house was a POS. Do you guys know what a POS is?
A piece
Yes.
of poo-poo.
Yes. So she asked me if I would take a look at the offer, and you know what I said? I really can't because you're in a transaction with somebody else, and it'd be an ethics violation for me to do that. And I says, I cannot mentor you if you're dealing with another agent. And that's all I said. 4 days later, she canceled the transaction. She says, okay, you're free. I said, okay. This lady just lost her husband, and he's got 4 investment properties that he needed to sell. This was house number 1. I walked in and I go, you need a new roof, you need new flooring, and you need a paint job and pest report. Damn. And she says, okay, what do I need to do? And I go, you need to spend about 60 grand and take care of all this. Oh my God. You know, this woman was in a state of just losing her husband, had no mentorship, did not know me and my wife. Okay. It took 3 months to get the house ready, and we sold it for $499,000 and escrowed their account for $190,000. Okay. But let me tell you something. During those 3 months, it was hell. Every time we had to spend money, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Maybe I'll just pull out. You guys all know those deals. I get it. But I just got the sweetest text from her about what we did for customer service. Here's the reason I'm telling you this. It's not grade S because any one of you could have done the same thing. It's because Mary and I poured ourselves into that customer through good, through bad, through times where she was going to give up, where she was crying. Tell me we haven't all been through there. I'm telling you guys, pour yourself into your, that's why database is the most important thing you can do. Okay. What is the number one job of a real estate agent every day? Somebody want to tell me?
The number one job?
The number one job.
Find clients.
Let me give
No?
let me give you the answer. You need to write a contract every day. I don't care how, I don't care what you do. You need to write a contract every day. And that takes work. And you got to find people. You find them through your database because you have to write a contract every day to support your family and your needs. And if you're not doing this, you need to take a good look in the mirror And if you're not doing it, you got to ask yourself, what the hell am I in this business for? What am I in this business for? That's what I concentrate every day, and my database. Because the chances of you going out to Starbucks or Pete's or Target and meeting somebody, yeah, that's fine. But I bet you can get it faster if they're in your database and you know who they are.
Yep.
Okay, we're closing down. Any questions?
No.
No questions, but a thank you because now I am.
We got work
motivated.
to do, Terry.
I'm sorry.
We got work to do.
We have work to do. And, I just really quick, can I share something? The other day, is that a yes?
I think it's a yes.
Okay. I was thinking about Frank because I went into Sprouts and I came out, well, I went in and this lady was standing out in front, will you sign this petition? No, walked by her, came out, we sign it? No. And then I hear this man just being so rude to her. And so I went and talked to her and we just had a quick conversation and I ended up giving her my business card. And I thought, there's one out of 5 connections that I didn't have that I made today.
Right.
And I thought of Frank going, I've got to talk to 5. But who would have thought that I would have connected with the lady standing out front of the market holding one of those sign this petition. So, there's a lot of people out there that do want to talk and, it's just important.
People are hurting, guys. People are hurting. They will never tell you
Yeah.
because it's a pride thing, but you are the answer. Just be a friend. And Brent's always told me, just love them. Just love people. No matter what they do or say to you, just love people. Now, for me, it's kind of hard because when somebody barks at me, I have to take their head off. Just be nice. All right, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you back here next Tuesday at 8 a.m. with another guest speaker. It won't be me because all my guest speakers had previous commitments, but I'll try not to bore you too much.
You were the best guest speaker you've ever had, Frank.
Stop. Okay, everybody, have a great week, and we'll
You
talk to you
too.
soon.
Have a great week. Thank
Reach out to me
you.
if you need
Bye,
me.
y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Bye.